Yes, please. Please do come in. Come in, have a seat. Yes. Welcome. Are you here today to have your fortune told? Ah, yes, yes. Yes, you had the appointment. Yes, yes. Well, have you had your fortune told before? All right, yes. Ah, yes, at, at the fair, at a Ren fair, at the county fair. Yes, all right. Well, let me tell you, I do things a bit differently than you may have experienced before. Um, I am not in it for the performance like these traveling shows often are. My ability to infer things about the future, it comes from my family. It has been passed down through my family. I inherited it from my mother, who also read the cards and tea leaves and runes and other methods of foretelling. She learned it from her mother, and it has been for generations part of our family heritage. So, what I do, I think today we use the cards, the tarot. If that is good for you, I'm feeling that is probably the best choice to make. Yes. The way I read is also a bit different. I have inferred my own meanings to many of the cards, which, if you are reading a book on tarot, it will sound a bit different from what I tell you. But that is because I work with my special deck, which was also my mother's deck. And we have our own meanings in this family. So if you know anything about tarot card readings, this may sound a bit different, but it is the method that works for me, and I find that it's usually quite accurate. I don't mean to brag, but we tend to be accurate in my family. So also, I must tell you, I will tell you everything I see in the cards. That means it will not only be necessarily good news. I do not sugarcoat, I do not skim over the less positive, less pleasant things I may see. So if that is a problem for you, if you're only looking for good things and you do not want to hear anything that may be a bit less pleasant, I think we will have to rethink this. But if you are looking for the truth and the real full picture of what may be coming for you, then that is good. All right, good, good. I'm very glad to hear that. Yes. Some people, they come in and they just want to hear, you will meet a tall, dark stranger in the next 2 months and you will fall madly in love. And if I tell them, well, no, that's not quite how your life is going, they don't want to hear it. But I want to be accurate. I don't want to play to people's expectations and their desires and then get things wrong. I try to help. I think that if you know a bit about what is coming up, you can be better prepared for it. You can handle it better. So yes, I think, yes, good, good. I am glad you agree. All right. Now I have here a tarot deck. As I said, these are a family tarot deck. My mother used these, and she handed them down to me when I came of age and learned the skill, learned the ability. So I have been using these for many years, and yes, they are tattered and worn, but they work very well. They are mine. They are very special to me. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to shuffle them. And then while I'm doing that, I would like you to concentrate on the matters you would like to hear about. I generally have 3 different types of readings, and one is business and finances. So if you're looking for information about your job or about anything, maybe an investment you're thinking of making, something like that, I can do a reading on that. Another one is family. If you're looking for information about your family, about something going on, I can do a reading for that. And the third one is relationships. If that's what you're looking at, yes, I see your smile. And that is what most people come to ask about, I admit. Yes. Yes, most people want to know, is this one the one, or will I find the one? Is there one at all? Yes. All right. I'm going to continue shuffling now for a moment, and then we will continue. Yes, so just think about, concentrate on this question you have, this idea, and concentrate and watch while I shuffle the cards, and relax, and then we'll continue in just a moment. Alright, I believe they are shuffled enough for me. So we are going to concentrate on relationships today. Yes, alright. Very good. Now what I want is I'm going to hand you this deck. I want you to shuffle it as you see fit, whatever feels right to you. But then, once you are ready, I want you to cut it into 4 smaller decks. Yes, just 4. They can be any size, any number of cards, any way you wish to do it. Just 4 smaller decks. Cut the cards so you have 4. Oh yes, thank you for being very gentle with my cards. They are very special. I have seen many things. All right. You have 4. Very good. Yes. Oh yes. Very. Just perfect. Yes. Thank you. And what I will do now is I will take these 4 decks back, and I'm going to turn over the top card on each deck, and those 4 cards will be your reading. 1, 2, 3, 4. I can already see some very interesting things here with the progression, but let's go through them one at a time. Yes, all right. The first card I see, so we are talking about a relationship here. Are we talking about an existing relationship, or something that you hope will happen, or you're just looking for something in the future? Something in the future, yes. And so you have someone in mind, or no? Okay, that's good to know. This makes very much sense, yes. Your first card makes sense then, isn't it? It's the Wheel of Fortune. Now, in my family, in our way of reading, this card it stands for kind of an uncertainty. Of course, it's the Wheel of Fortune. You don't know where it will land when it spins. So right now, your Wheel of Fortune is spinning. It has not yet stopped, which is why you have not yet found this person. Or so you know, so you think. It is still spinning, so it has not yet become obvious to you. It could land on any number of possibilities. But as we move on to the second card, which is the Hermit. Now the Hermit, oh no, I know what you are thinking. It sounds like you are alone. But the Hermit, yes, he is alone, but that does not mean that he is as alone as he thinks. But right now you probably feel alone. Yes? Yes, all right. But if you look at the illustration of the hermit, he has a serpent twined around his walking stick. You see this? He is not so alone. No, no, the serpent is not a negative symbol. I know in some belief systems it is, but in this, if you look at the picture, they actually, the serpent seems quite calm and friendly. He is just there, wrapped around the walking stick. Perhaps the hermit does not even know he is there, but he is there just as quiet companionship. So there is someone there. And the hermit, he has his lantern. And right now the lantern's light is quite dim, for it is only one lantern, and what he needs is more light so that he can look down and realize he does have a companion. And what this says to me is that you know someone who actually is meant for you, but you don't know it yet. Yes, someone in your life now. It may not be someone you know well, or it may be someone you have not quite met yet but will meet very soon. They will come into your life, and at first you may not recognize them as this potential that they are, because your lantern is not yet bright enough. You need more light. But more light is coming. For as you see the hermit, he stands in darkness. But what always follows the darkness? Ah, yes, the dawn. So you have a companion. And whether you know they are there yet, they are waiting. And the dawn will come, and the light will grow, and you will see them. Now, the third card. Ah, yes, the Ten of Wands. Now this card, the Ten of Wands, it speaks of great change, and not necessarily of positive change. This is what I meant when we first met, and I said that I tell all. Yes? Yes. There is some sort of great change ahead of you, and I see it as some sort of loss. And yes, I see you are worried, and this, I hate to say, but it could be a quite a great loss. No, I do not know what sort it could be, and it may not be as dire as it sounds. You know, I would not presume that it is something as dire as a family member or anything like that. It could be loss of a job. It could be just losing something that means something to you. But it is something that will affect you, and it will cause you some grief. But here is the thing: we know, don't we, that the dawn is coming after the darkness from the hermit. We know that, and we know this person is close by to you. And what I am seeing, the Ten of Wands, it means loss, but it also means strength. And what I am seeing from this is that there is somebody from whom you will draw strength during this difficult time. There is someone who, as a friend, and perhaps an unexpected friend, someone who will be there for you through this time and who will help you through. Someone who will let you lean on them. Someone who will help you. And no, you do not want to be dependent on someone else in a relationship. We know this. But this is someone who, on a level of very deep, great friendship, will be there to help you, and you must let them help you. And through that experience, that bond that you build with them, that is where you will begin to see that perhaps they are not just a friend after all. And a relationship, a connection built in a situation like that can be very, very strong indeed. So something is coming that will not be pleasant for you. Something is coming that will cause some grief. But when that happens, pay attention to who steps forward to help you and support you. Pay very close attention to that and let them do the job they are destined to do. Let that happen. Now, your final card is the Two of Cups. And in my family, we see that as a very powerful relationship card. To me, the Two of Cups indicate a relationship that is permanent, and that this would be the one. This is, how did I say it, a short thing? Because you see there are two that go together, and they are cups. So from a cup, you drink water, or you drink wine, you drink things that nourish you and give you pleasure. And to have two of them, they are a matched set, a matched pair. And that, coming up in terms of a relationship, indicates two people who are truly meant to be together. So that is a very, very good card to end on for this reading. So, we had the Wheel of Fortune, which points to you right now. Things are still spinning. You do not know where it will land. And then we have you as the Hermit, who feels you are alone. And perhaps it is not the worst thing to be, because the Hermit does not necessarily mind being alone. Sometimes the Hermit is alone through choice. And I am sure you know plenty of people, and you have met plenty of people who you considered perhaps they could be the one, but in the end they were not right for you, and you would rather be alone than to settle, and that is very wise. But you do have someone there as your companion. You just do not realize it yet because the light from your lantern is too dim, but the dawn is coming. So when that certain something happens in your life that brings you some grief, that brings you frustration, that brings whatever it is, and again, do not take that to heart and worry that it will be something truly, truly awful, because it is. There are so many things it could be. So do not go around constantly worrying, because what will happen will happen. But the good news is that companion then, as the dawn breaks, that companion will become clearer to you, and they will step in to help you and support you. And from there, a bond, a connection would truly be formed and strengthened. And that becomes the Two of Cups, a matched pair. That will be the person who is meant for you. And this is what the cards have to say. And that is all they have to say. So I hope that is helpful for you. Yes? Yes. Good. Good. Very good. Well, thank you very much for coming in today. And please, if you have friends or family who may also need a reading like this, who may also enjoy this, please do pass along my name, where I am always looking for people to help. Yes, let's just step outside here and we will take care of the payment. Yes, thank you.